The HeaterTreater video showing the diagnosis and repair on a Dodge Ram pickup truck. I'll show you a picture of what the dash looks like. There will be some variations through the year models, but the same plenum box was used on all of the Ram 1500 to 3500 trucks. So the plastics may look a little different, but the process is going to be the same. So let me take out a few screws. We're going to remove the glove box, and we'll remove parts of this center panel in order to get to the plenum box, and I'll show you how to take a look at it and diagnose the problems. The little plastic tabs on the top of the glove box will kind of push out of the way and allow you to fully open the box, and it comes down and just comes off very easily, and you'll see a series of screws going around this. All of those are going to be removed. Let me get some of that done and we'll come back. So we've started to loosen things up. So we've loosened the cup holder. There are two screws that are kind of in the front down here that will come out, and then when you look in the back you'll find two more screws in there. Go ahead and get those loose. I pulled all of the screws on the glove box after getting it open. Pulled the little side cover panel here, okay, and that just snaps off. And then I've loosened up the door seal, and we'll go ahead and pull that piece out too. On the center panel you'll find one screw that's on this side. You need to remove that screw, and then this entire panel is just going to snap out. So after removing the one screw on the right hand side, this will slip out. You'll see that all the connections are just press fits into it, and then I've disconnected the different wires going into the box, and we'll put that to the side. We'll now find the final two screws that are holding the cup holder assembly in place, and the final screws on this plastic panel. And so we got a couple here, and we'll get all of that loose and it will pop right out for us. Okay, the final screws we're going to pull out are hidden behind the panel underneath the steering wheel. It's got two screws. Notice that these are fancy Dodge silver screws, so you want to make sure you put those back so that if anybody ever crawls under, they'll see these fancy screws. And then we'll get two more bolts out and pull this bottom off. So I want to show you what the dash panel looks like once we get it pulled off. We'll get down to this point. I'm sure by now you're asking yourself, why did Dodge use so many screws to put this thing together? And I'll answer that question for you. Hell if I know. But you've got them all out now, so things should go a lot smoother from this point on. So let me do a little more disassembly, and then we'll start looking at the different actuator motors that you're starting to see now and start doing some debugging. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at the recirc door, and this is on the far right hand side of the dash panel above the passenger side floorboards. And I'm not sure how good you'll see this on the video, but you can see the air intake opening. This is for the internal intake, and see the door behind it. This one is real easy because I touch that and it just bounces back and forth. So we are definitely going to replace the recirc door on this one. We'll do a little further analysis and see what else may need to be replaced. Okay, we're now looking to the left side under the passenger side, and we're just above the transmission tunnel. You'll see the motor on top here with a little wire connector that goes down, and we just pop that out with a screwdriver. It's got two screws that hold it in place, and I've removed those. And now we'll just pull the motor straight back. Okay, now we can take a look at this door and see what the movement looks like. If you look on the back side of this axle from where we're looking at, you'll see a little pin that sticks out, and that is constrained between 2 points molded into the box. On this one, that limit pin is still in place, and I can feel the door. It's very strong, and I don't see any problems with this, so I'm not going to do anything with the blend door on this particular car. Okay, now looking at the other end of that, and this is what the plastic or the metal wire is attached to. The Dodge has kind of a strange blend door function because it has two doors with the heater core laying on a horizontal plane in the center. And it actually works to where the bottom door will come up and cover the heater core, and the top door will come down and cover the heater core, and they're connected together. So the bottom one is really just a follower on the top one, and if the top one is in good shape, it would be very rare for the bottom one to be broken. But I want to take a look at that anyway. So when I pull that up and down, I can feel a good solid movement. So the blend doors are okay on this particular model. I'm going to put that back together, and we'll put the motor back on. The next thing we're going to look at is the Mode 1 door, and the angle you're seeing this from is from the floorboards on the passenger side. And again, that motor has 2 screws in it, and we'll remove those 2 screws and pull the motor off, and now we can see a white axle that extends into the box. And again, this should have a limit pin on the back of it, moving between 2 molded points. And on this one, the limit pin is missing, and I can spin that axle 360 degrees. So this door is broken. So the Mode 1 door, we now know definitively has to be replaced, and we'll put that on the list. So far we've determined a bad recirc door, determined that the blend doors look okay, and found that the Mode 1 door is bad.